at you, staring at me from the corner of my mind. Hear a secret silent word, call me back to hide again. Leaves falling down from the pages of the sky. Sunset so warm and red, slipping in my mind. October wind sings softly to me like it did long ago. October wind sings softly to me. The last time I saw you, you waved goodbye. I saw a cloud cover the sun, shining in your eye. October wind sings softly to me like it did long ago. October wind sings softly to me. October wind sings softly to me like it did long ago. October wind sings softly to me. If I ever see you again, gonna tell you everything, gonna give you a silver moment, gonna give you a golden string. October wind sings softly to me like it did long ago. October wind sings softly to me. October wind sings softly to me like it did long ago. October wind sings softly to me.
Good morning and welcome to our sacred space. We are the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Elkhart, a welcoming community encouraging religious freedom, nurturing individual spiritual and ethical growth, celebrating diversity, and promoting a just and sustainable world. I'm Terry Mark and I'm a member of the board of this congregation. Welcome to you all. If you're a visitor with us joining our virtual service, we welcome you and invite you to check out our website, uufe.org, for more news and information about our fellowship.
We ring the gong 3 times, once for those who came before us and made a place for us. Once for those who are here now. And once for those who will come after us and build on the dream. Our chalice lighting this morning is by Rumi. Buoyancy. Love has taken away my practices and filled me with poetry. I tried to keep quietly repeating, "No strength but yours," but I couldn't. I had to clap and sing. I used to be respectable and chaste and stable, but who can stand in this strong wind and remember those things? A mountain keeps an echo deep inside of itself. That's how I hold your voice. I am scrap wood thrown in your fire and quickly reduced to smoke. I saw you and became empty. This emptiness, more beautiful than existence, it obliterates existence, and yet, when it comes, existence thrives and creates more existence. The sky is blue. The world is a blind man squatting on the road. But whoever sees your emptiness sees beyond blue and beyond the blind man. A great soul hides like Muhammad or Jesus, moving through a crowd in a city where no one knows him. To praise is to praise how one surrenders to the emptiness. To praise the sun is to praise your own eyes. Praise the ocean. What we say, a little ship. So the sea journey goes on, and who knows where. Just to be held by the ocean is the best of luck we could have. It's a total waking up. Why should we grieve that we've been sleeping? It doesn't matter how long we've been unconscious. We're groggy, but let the guilt go. Feel the motion of tenderness around you, the buoyancy.
Love is the spirit of this church, and service is its law, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. This is our covenant.
Laura Snow, and I'm a member of our CUPS group, our Covenant of Unitarian Universalist Pagans. When Reverend Amy asked the CUPS group to do a fall service, we were happy to oblige, given the UUA theme for September is Embrace the Possibilities. This theme ties in well with the pagan holiday of Mabon, the autumnal equinox, on September 22nd this year. In pagan circles, Mabon celebrates the fall harvest, that transitional time of the year that moves from the life of summer to the death of winter. One might ask how this seasonal transition ties into bracing possibilities, but it does if one shifts one's perspective and looks through the lens of paganism. Paganism, in its many flavors, is born out of a practicality and a deep connection to the realities of nature. It's less about worshiping nature as a deity and more about respecting and honoring natural cycles of the season. Mabon celebrates the autumnal harvest from our agrarian past, particularly from a European standpoint. Root crops would be harvested and stored, animals butchered, and the meat preserved, and homes readied for the coming cold of winter. This is the day, too, where night and day are in balance, as the sun's journey through the sky becomes lower on the horizon. It marks the beginning of autumn. Autumn is a time of transition and possibilities. Embracing possibilities is a phrase often couched as an uplifting, positive perspective, viewed as a hopeful outlook for a brighter future. It's the rainbow after the storm, the light at the end of the tunnel. It is an easy outlook to want to embrace. Things will be better. After all, having a positive outlook toward the future is the mentally healthy view to have, right? But what if the possibilities one sees for the future are not positive, but rather bleak? I'm not talking about depression or other mental illnesses, but rather a worldview. Remember that our agrarian ancestors were intimately connected to nature and the seasons, as is paganism today. The reality for our ancestors was an understanding that without a good harvest and careful planning, winter could be a very scary and deadly time. This is a very real possibility, and our agrarian ancestors embraced this possibility. Mabon is as much a psychological time of year as it is a spiritual one for many pagans. According to Betts King, a faculty member of Michigan School of Psychology and a solitary pagan, quote, psychologically, this is a time to contemplate the idea of balance, endings, and goal setting for the spring. I am always touched to behold the beauty of the trees at this time, so gorgeous as their leaves begin to fall and they begin to prepare for winter's hibernation. I remind myself and my clients that we are spectacular and need not fear the coming darkness. We simply need to prepare and plant our seeds for the spring. Unquote. King goes on to say that this darkness may be actual as we move into the last quarter of the year, or it might be interpersonal darkness as we face hardship, loss, or growing pains. Unquote. Mabon is about embracing these possibilities. I want to take a moment to clarify the definition of embrace. One of dictionaries.com's definition of embrace, besides to hug, is to take or receive gladly or eagerly, accept willingly. Accept willingly. This is the key. One must willingly accept the seasonal darkness and hardship to come, so that with careful planning, the seeds of our goals might come to fruition with the coming of spring. One must willingly accept loss in order to fully appreciate embracing one another in life. Along those lines, the COVID pandemic right now could be viewed as a global autumn, a transitional period not unlike the seasons. Willingly accepting or embracing this possibility allows us the time for careful planning and preparation that will eventually lead us through the winter of our discontent and to the coming spring, where the work of our intentional planning and preparation will hopefully allow goals to be met. What does this planning and preparation entail for UUFE? For our agrarian ancestors, harvesting crops and preserving and storing food allowed for survival through the winter months. Today, that preparation has a different look. Vaccinations, masks, distance, and patience. Embracing guidance from the CDC, which is also guiding the UUA, listening to expert virologists, and willingly accepting the expertise of medical professionals are the actions that will allow our congregation to ultimately survive this pandemic. This is also a time for all of us to practice patience as we navigate this autumn panic. As Bex King was quoted earlier, psychologically, this is a time to contemplate the idea of balance, endings, and goal setting for the spring. Mabon literally celebrates the balance of night and day, light and dark. While much of the focus is on preparing for the darkness ahead with winter, embracing the possibilities with the coming spring is never far away. Light begins to return with the winter solstice. Though it may seem quite distant and unattainable at the moment, all of our pandemic planning will eventually bear its fruits with meeting again. One must willingly accept that embracing of loss and hardship can only lead to embracing the possibilities of joy and community. This is the balance of the season, the balance of life. Happy Mabon.
Our benediction is again from Rumi. Don't let your throat tighten with fear. Take sips of breath all day and night before death closes your mouth. Blessed be. Go in peace.